Mic check. Hello, hello, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let's see. All right. Hello. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Well, hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. If not, then that's gonna be unfortunate. But okay, guys. I just bought these 20 150k eval accounts from Apex just because you know they have great prices and they have a good discount right now. And so let me run down the thesis on this trade. And for those of you that may have watched my previous videos on my channel, um, my strategy is pretty simple. Trend line, I use the trend channels as you can see on the screen. And right now we are doing pretty well. We are 82 points into NQ. And let's break down the trade analysis. Okay, so let me remove this real quick. So this, as you can see, actually, let me just do it this way. Um, remove all the drawings to kind of give you basically a rundown on how I analyze this trade. So first thing, I like to find out, the trend. So right now it's trending down. So this is pivot one high, pivot two high. So as you can see, there's a lower high situation. So this is more of a pullback, but overall on the bigger time frame, right, we're bullish, as you can see here. You can see all this right here, right? That's bullish. And typically on the bigger time frame, we'll have a pretty decent pullback, and that's what it did at the close today. Okay, how do I determine the exact entry of this trade? Is I take these two right here, I connect them with the channel, and then this is the consolidation phase, right? So I want to see the low of this get taken out. So that low get taken out. As you can see, it touched at the very bottom of this channel, and hopefully now we can see this thing run back up all the way, possibly take out the let's see, 25 150 area, right? But as you can see, it's already completed its full range, as you can see there, right? The full range. So I'm hoping to at least get 50%, which is, for those that don't know, most stock will do a 50% pullback, which is that red line right here, right? You see this red line? That's a 50% pullback area on the channel, and that's the I would say like the medium target. Um, Overextended target would be all the way on the other side of the channel. And to pass these 150k eval accounts, we only need up to here, about 903 area, which is conservative at least, right? We got to get above. We got to get above this consolidation zone right here. Once we get above that, then it should be pretty easy target to the upside as we can squeeze all the shorts. Now, as you can see, my entry is pretty precise right at the 24,750, just because I know that's the bottom of the channel there. And that's a high probability to me because that is my strategy, trading the channels. If you scalp in between, of course, you're probably going to get chopped up, but it does work pretty good if you trade the channels or the trend lines in between these overall range. Okay. Um, the upside. Okay, so here's the upside. This is like a double confirmation for me. So as you can see right here, right, that's our entry, 24,750. And here's another confirmation. So we have this swing high, and swing high. So that's pretty confluence there. So if you drag your channel all the way down, you can either target this swing, which we already broke that. So if you're trading a breakout, I would trade this right here. I would trade this breakdown right here for the next range down of the channel. on the downtrend. So this is the uptrend channel and this is the downtrend channel. I like to use two trends, the upside and the downside, to figure out the range and kind of time my entry. So we drag the channel down all the way to the next pivot point right here. And of course, you can keep extending it, right, as far as you want if the stock continue breaking new levels, especially if it's selling off fast. So right there, if you put that pivot swing low, as you can see, it matches down here. So you have a double confirmation. You have this downtrend overextension on basically of that channel, and then you have this channel on the uptrend. You have an overextension down to the bottom. Now, based on my analysis in the past using this type of strategy, it typically hits the overextended range and then bounces a minimum 50%. So we have a 50% on the downtrend here, and we have a 50% on the upside here, right? Because the stock is not just going to go straight up typically. It typically does this. You know, you're going to see this, maybe a pullback, maybe do this, and then do some kind of squeeze towards the end. Typically, it squeezes like after the 50%. If it still wants to push, it'll squeeze after the 50%. But this is what I'm expecting right here, right? Because overall, the market is bullish, right? We consolidated, we gapped down, and we reclaimed pretty quickly. And now we're in this zone of liquidity right here. So as long as we don't fall below that anymore, then we don't have to worry about this liquidity down here. Okay. Right now, I'm more concerned, or I'm more in favor of grabbing this liquidity up here because it's trapped a lot of short sellers here, and then they entice it some more on the sell-off at the Asia market right now. So there's a lot of shorts trapped here, and there should be enough fuel to really rip this thing to 25, because overall my target is like 25,500. It's like way up here, right? 25,500. So if we can get all the way up here, that would be a really good day for the bulls. But that is the full breakdown analysis, and now you'll get to witness. I'm going to delete all the drawings now. Watch this video again if you missed the whole explanation, and then there we go. Let's see, we'll clean it up. So overall, there's our swing. Bam. And our target is the first trend channel. This is the 25%, 50, 75, and then 100% extension on the trend channels. Okay. And that's pretty much all I can say. Now we'll just sit here patiently, just wait. For the most part, I'll just walk away, right? Just go do something and stop looking at the charts, because it will do some crazy pullbacks. And these accounts are end of day trailing drawdown. So as long as we don't fall below our entry, we should be okay. If we get stopped out here, let's see, yeah, 700. As long as we don't go below that, because let's see, I think the 150k accounts have $2,000 drawdown, end of day trailing drawdown, or actually max loss, daily max loss limit is 2,000, and then overall drawdown loss is 4,000. So if we get stopped out today, then tomorrow we'll get to try again and find another setup that kind of looks like this. Let's see here. I can foresee it pulling back to 24,800 again, pulling back right there, and continuing this trend channel here. We don't want to break this trend channel, because if we break that, then the probability of it continuing back down is pretty high. So we want to stay above this trend channel here. This channel needs to stay strong. We get to the other side of that, your probability of continuing gets lower. At least that's my thesis. Let's see. If you guys are trading Apex accounts or wanting to get more accounts, you better make sure you use that code, which is in the description, to get your, I think it's 85% off right now. 85%. Sometimes they'll do like a 90% off. If you use that code, you'll get that discount. Use code DTF, which is Day Trading to Freedom. That's what the channel is. Anyway, let's see what else. If you have any question, be sure to type it in the chat so that way I can at least see it and get back to you. If you need help um, passing or not passing, but if you need help with like analyzing the trade, I'm more than happy to like kind of break it down for you guys. But I mean, everything I just explained to you is like literally my simple strategy. And with Apex, let me look at my payout real quick. Uh, Payout history. So I have gotten paid 80 times with Apex. Let's see. Yeah, 80. And I am on my let's see. What is that? How many PAs have I had? 591. 591 funded accounts from Apex up to date so far. Um, I blew 20 of them. What was it, yesterday? Yesterday, the 50Ks. And so I'm just messing around to pass these 150K accounts. And once I get past that, then we'll build it up. And hopefully you guys get to watch more of that account gets built up and get it all the way to payout, which is you only need to be um, as long as we meet the minimum profit targets to get a payout request within 5 days, which which is very doable. As you can see on our profits right now, we're up about $4,000. 66 is doing a little pullback. Just like I said, I expected this pullback. Um, we don't want to go below the 24,800. 24,800. Let's see how much have we pulled back from 841 to 817. Oh, that's a pretty big pullback, which is I was expecting at least 850 to tag that 850 area and then pull back, but NQ always have a different plan. Uh, yeah, as we can see, that did touch the upper trend line here. So all I did was copy this trend line and then paste it over to the other side to kind of give you that kind of like a miniature range within the range, right? And that's exactly what it's doing. It's doing a major pullback. Um, to be able to sustain this kind of pullback, you guys, this is the reason why I bought the end of day trailing drawdown. So that way, because the other one is intraday, which is as your unrealized profit goes up, your drawdown also follows with it. So the moment we do a pullback like this, right? This is a pretty major pullback, which is kind of ugly. And the moment we do a pullback just like this, then I mean, how much have we pulled back? So our peak profit was at 5,400, and let's see, we pull back. So yeah, we pull back $2,500 worth of profits. Now, if you had the 150K trailing drawdown, and then it has a uh you know a max loss of 2,000 for the day, like we would have been stopped out already, right? We would have gotten liquidated for the max loss, daily max loss. But you have to factor that in. Man, this is a really ugly pullback. Hmm. We may not pass it today. We may just get stopped out. which is that would suck because you know we went all the way up to positive 5,400 in unrealized profit, and now this pullback is very ugly. Now this is pretty much at the last leg right here. This trend line gets broken, then again the probability of it selling down further is pretty high. So we don't want to see this thing close below this trend line. We do not. Come on, NQ. Do it for the YouTube live. Show these guys that we can pass it. Man, so ugly. That pullback is ugly. That's straight down too. Oh, please. Straight down from 840 down to 790 almost. It's looking pretty ugly, guys. Looking pretty ugly. Um, let's see. What's another thing I want to go over? Oh, let's go over the contract size or amount to kind of sustain pullbacks, right? So if you, this is what I've kind of factored. So this is a, typically I want to give myself like a 25 to 50 point kind of range to be able to withstand, not getting stopped out. In this particular trade, I wanted to give it a 50 point um, risk. And with 50 points, I mean, typically, it's we have a $2,000 daily max loss limit. So with 50 points, oh shit, come on NQ, hang on here. This is ugly. Oh, this is an ugly pullback. I've seen this so many times to where it would like take out probably this low right here. Let me see here. Take out this low. That was the last swing low, which is the higher low. Take that out and then rip it immediately right back up. And I'm hoping that's going to be the case because this pullback is ugly. Ugly. That is an ugly pullback, dude. Let me see. What's the other case scenario here? So we have a swing low here and another swing low. So he wants to go that far down? Oh, man. All the way down to 65? Ugh. That's an ugly pullback, dude. Well, we rolled the dice and we didn't get it. We didn't get it. NQ. Oh, NQ. Oh, NQ. And then, yeah, let's do that again. So the other pivot point was this. Did we touch? Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, look at that. Well, you look at that. So ignoring this guy, look, it touched that trend channel and then immediately reacted, which is a super oh, that's a super reaction. I did not want to see that. Oh gosh, it it blasted through the VWAP, which the VWAP was at like 810. Yeah, like 24,810. That's where the VWAP was, and it just sliced right through it. Again, I've seen this so many times. Will it do it today? Possibly. It's gonna do this. VWAPs is right here. Bam, bam, and then hang out here for a little bit. Do this, chop, and then poof, rip like that. I'm hoping that would be the case because again, the shorts are getting comfortable below VWAP. They get comfortable. They start adding on position size to short, and hopefully they're trapping them and get back above VWAP, chop again, giving them a little hope, and then rip. Because I'm bullish overall on the bigger time frame, and which is good because we have a lot of sign that this is turning because we have a break of structure 1 here, break of structure 2, and then they have a pretty hard rejection here. Come on, NQ. It's probably going to chop the rest of the day here, or the rest of the Asia session. Chop, chop, chop. Hopefully rip, rip. My whole plan for this trade is to really catch that 900 bounce, right? Because 900 is a key area for the break and retest. If you draw 900 here, let's just do it right there. Okay, you can see all this whole area here was the consolidation. Now, if it wants to continue down, ideally break and then retest that zone and then decide, okay, we want to get above or we want to stay below. If we get a retest of 900 and get a hard rejection, then we have to do an extension down of this guy to the next pivot low, which is go 900, come back down. So ideally, probably 24.6 or 24.500 would be the downside target if we reject 900, right? If it goes straight down now, it doesn't retest 900, then so be it, because we're in the middle of pretty big world conflict with wars and all that good stuff. Any news could come out and just wreck this whole process here. Hopefully, that's not the case, because we're trying to get this thing to play out. I'm going to have to hold on tight and let that bad boy play out. I hope it plays out. We got to get back above 800. Once we get back above 24,800, then that is money. Money, money. We got to get above 85 here because we have this structure ceiling. Really above 800, 24,800 is you can get comfortable adding size and then riding it up. Other than that, we are treading water. We are treading water here. It's not looking good. We get below 750. Ooh, that's going to get ugly. That's going to get ugly pretty quick if we get below 750. That was a freaking crazy sell-off, dude. That pullback was nasty. Nasty. Okay, NQ. Yeah, that was nasty. I ignored that one. Okay. So here's why I didn't see. We got 5 minutes. Okay. So let's zoom in. Check this out. This is what I ignored. Okay. You have double confirmation resistance here, which I should have sold off right there. Now it's looking ugly. We got to get above this at least 24,805. We get above that. This thing can squeeze fast. This thing can squeeze fast. We get above 24,800 because we have a lot of short trap on that sell-off there. Oh, can NQ do it? Oh, I don't know. NQ is very, very, very bipolar. You think you got her figured out, and then she rips the other way. Anyway, I'll be right back. Enjoy watching my P&L. Hopefully we don't get stopped out. Okay, we're back. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Hello? Oh yeah, microphone says it's green. Okay, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Hmm. That's a pretty big pullback, guys. We're about to lose that level. I think we might stop out to break even. Stop out, break even. We don't lose our drawdown, and we still get tries. As long as we stay above 750, we're a happy camper. This is the reason why we got the end of day trailing drawdown accounts, so that way we can have the flexibility of sustaining pullbacks like this. All right, NQ. When are you going to do your magic pump? When are you going to do the magic pump? Let's see. What does the fib pullback looks like? Actually, the other way. And I don't really use the fib, but it's just a kind of a reference. 50% is all the way down to 600. So yeah, we might get a 50% pullback instead. And let's see what does that look like in our channel. This pivot point right here, which is we're using this pivot, and it looks like parallel to this line. If we go straight down, we're going to be somewhere around 550. So I wouldn't rule out 24,500 to the downside once we lose 750, and we could flip short if we wanted to. We just don't want the scenario to where this NQ does this, right? Touches this line right here and rips right back up. Pulls back to here and rips right back up. It does that, right? That would be an ugly, ugly scenario because then they really trap all the longs, right? You got longs above this line, and then all their stops are down here, and then they take it out 24,700 and rips it right back up to our target, which is 24,900. Ooh, that's so ugly. NQ is very well capable of doing so. Such an ugly move. NQ is very, very capable of doing such ugly move. Let's see here. Yep, that's the true line. That's our true line right there. Okay. We have pivot 1 here, pivot 1, pivot 2, and now we are approaching pivot 3. So we lose pivot 3. That would be the end of it. We need to get above this little consolidation area right here. We have this little channel going on, right? We need to get above that. Then our chance increases for a continuation higher. Continuation, please. Ay, ay, ay. Not looking good, buddy. Dang, we got all the way up here. And I was planning on trimming selling some off at the 50 area. Oh my goodness. Ugly NQ. NQ was so brutal. Okay, we can get rid of this now. Let's see. We'll mark out that 50% anyway, just so we know what that is. Okay. The 50% pullback is 24,600. Not looking good, fellas. Not looking good. But we must stick to the plan. You know, the plan is 750, 24, 750 holds. We get a break retest of the 24,900 and then continue down. So what that looks like is we have this guy right here, right? 24,900. That was the original break. We got this move going on. Now we have a structure building up. We have a structure building up. We want to see this thing go from here, start doing this. We get above 24,800. Then we'll retest 24,900. And then I don't care if it goes straight down from there. But that's the idea I have in mind. That would be nice. I don't want it to go from here to go straight down and grab this liquidity, taking all this stops here, right? You got stops here, taking all that out and then ripping it back up. That would be dirty. NQ would be doing me dirty. So we need this area, this 70, 24, 770 to hold for us to survive this pullback. Ay, ay, ay. This is the original. Maybe this guy? Oh, maybe that guy's holding up now. This pivot here is touching the bottom of that. Maybe that's the pivot area. Oh, not looking good. We're below it. Yeah, we start selling below this. I'm gonna cut it. Oh, whoa, ho, ho, ho. Watch this thing take out 50, just slightly poke below, and then rips back up. Also got to keep an eye on the time. I'm trading at the Pacific Standard Time. Typically 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. There's some kind of movement. Oh my goodness, guys. This is ugly. So ugly. We just gave back almost $5,000 in profits. Ugly. This is where your brain starts telling you should have taken profits, you should have sold. It's like I've seen NQ rips the opposite direction, like after a sell off like this, and just keeps going, right? And that's what I was hoping, but man, goodness. Do I need to start trimming here? This is literally the last line of defense here, 750. I don't want to have to go into drawdown. The next question is, should I flip short when it closes below 24,750? Do I flip short? We'll weather the storm here. Do we hold? Do we hold? That's so ugly. Like going from $5,400 in profits in one trade all the way to break even. Last chance. This needs to have like a magic green candle, like a 50-point ripper, to convince me that this can still hit our target. It needs to happen like now, like anytime now. It needs to have a 50 point. It needs to have a 50-point boner green candle. This is so painful to watch. Painful. All right, let's get rid of our analysis lines here. Kind of clean it up. Oh, come on, NQ. Get back above at least 24,775. I would. Huh. Oh, strategy. Oh, yes, thanks for joining in. At the beginning of the video, I did break down my strategy. So later on, or you can just, rewind it real quick and then watch, I think, like the first 10 minutes of the video. I broke down my strategy. But we are on a lifeline right now because we fall below this 24,750. It could get very ugly to the downside. Could get very ugly. Now, if I delete all of my drawings here and clean it up, I'm going to analyze the downside range. So let's analyze the downside range here. This is what I would do. You have a swing high, kind of a channel, and I use the channel, trend channel a lot. So right now, this is what we're seeing. Okay, we're below these resistance here. So right now, that's going to act as a resistance and then continue downside. That's why I'm getting ready to let these trades go. I don't want to go into a drawdown because these accounts are fresh and it's an end of day drawdown. So it's really not going to affect me. So this whole time it pushed up all the way up. It gave us like $5,400 in profits. That was pretty much a free trade. It doesn't cost us any. It doesn't hurt our accounts. We're still green about $300. So if we exit and sell right now, technically we're still up, $400. That drawdown, or that if we had a trailing drawdown, this would have affected us significantly. I mean, that account would have been blown already because with the 150k accounts with Apex, it's got a max drawdown of 4,000. So going $5,400 in profits and then going back to break even, accounts would have been blown. So thank you, end of day drawdown accounts. We are holding by a thread here. And let's analyze our upside. Now you got a pivot point here, you got swing low, and you got a higher low. So what I'll do is I'll draw that line, okay? And then that's going to be our uptrend price action. But we need to get above, back up to 24,775 to have that chance of continuing up. Other than that, we now have a break and retest. So you have this line, right? And now it broke below that. And now we're doing a retest. That's going to be the break and retest, which is another strategy that I use. And then continuation lower. something like that. So that's what's in the back of my mind. That's the reason I'm ready to like exit this trade once we go into drawdown. I don't want to go too deep into drawdown because again, we're trying to keep the accounts alive, and these are free trades that doesn't really affect us. Top X daily. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I'd like to start doing more live trading like this, but just depends. Depends how many people hop on, and I like some engagement. I like to answer some questions and possibly help you guys out. Are you currently trading Apex accounts, or which prop firms are you currently using? Yeah, just let me know, and then see if I can help you out. Especially with different prop firms, they all have different rules. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but at the end of the day, we're trading on their platform, so we have to abide by their rules, play their game, and hopefully get the payout. Their goal is to take your money, and our goal is to take their money, right? By following their rules. So it's a win-win. We just got to learn how to stay alive, stay alive within the rules. Oh yeah, I can definitely see this coming down to the 700 area. Let me delete this so we can see. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Okay, well we're gonna start selling off here, selling some of our position because we don't want to go too deep into drawdown. Again, the whole purpose or goal is to keep the accounts alive and take our trades accordingly to what the opportunity presents. Right now, it's looking like it wants to sell off. This is, remember we have this trend channel up, and which one was it? This guy. So we have this, right? This is why once we break up below that 750, this can really get going. Start selling down. Here, we're gonna do our range extension. As you can see, we have a range touched here, and then the next pivot is here. And we get below that, we can really continue selling down lower. We left one account or one contract. That's because we didn't want to get a complete sell-off with 3 contracts. And my whole plan is to add those contracts back up once we get above this resistance level here. We'll go back to 3 contracts and then continue back up. We need to rip above this guy. Okay, we have this little trend line down, as you can see. My ideal scenario is we retested that 750, we get back above, break out of this little trend line, retest, and then we rip back up. We go from here to here, possibly consolidate. Ideally, I want it to rip up here and then retest this support right here and then rip up. That's the idea, because this becomes the support area, right? That becomes the support area. That's the scenario that I'm picturing in my head. I want to see it move. Will it happen? I don't know. NQ. NQ is so bipolar. I mean, it's just a waiting game now. Let's see what the 1 minute is looking like. If the 1 minute can convince us to re-add our contract. See, the 1 minute is like nothing. We'll leave that on. Yeah, the 1 minute needs to go and break above that. Break above that. So right now we kind of just trap here, which is, or it's okay. Oh, okay. There she goes. Okay, now let's see how it behaves. This is why we only have one contract, because now it doesn't really hurt us, right? A couple $100. We have $2,000 drawdown or daily max loss. Go to sleep for 30 minutes and come back. Oh man, that would be the ideal. That would be the better scenario of not staring at the charts because it triggers your emotion, or you start reanalyzing, and then you stop out, and then it rips back up. Right? We've all seen NQ do that. Oh, Asia session. Like I really want this thing to hold at 750, but 600 is or 700 is looking more realistic. Let's go back to the 5 minute because I hate looking at the 1 minute. The 1 minute just triggers you to keep reanalyzing. Yeah, it's looking like it wants this target at least. I mean, 700 is looking pretty realistic. Oh, we were so close. Like, dude, what was that? So 841, right? That was the max. What was it? Was that the max? The high? 842. 842.25. Okay. We only had another 60 points to freaking hit our target, and it just like decided to turn around and give us the big FU from NQ. South Africa. What heck, man? What time is it over there? How does Apex really work? Apex, well, they have two different accounts. They have the end of day drawdown, which is static. So at the end of the day, whatever your P&L, or you hit your max loss limit, which is on the 50k accounts. Ooh, hang on, we're selling off. Eee, that is ugly. Okay, we took a $500 hit on our drawdown, so I'm gonna let this go. I'm just gonna get out. Let's just get out. Let's see. Watch this thing rip back up. Like I swear, sometimes I feel like someone's watching me. Because every time I get in a trade, it goes the opposite. And then if I get out, it'll reverse. If I stay, it'll keep going against me. It's like trading just sucks, you know. Going back to how does Apex work? Well, Apex again, if you go to their website, they have two different type of accounts. You have the end of day account drawdown, and you have the intraday account drawdown. Now, the difference is end of day is it doesn't trail your unrealized profit. So, like for this example, I have end of day trailing drawdown accounts. So I went all the way to $5,400 in profits across each account, and it pulled back all the way to now negative 500. So technically, in this case, I only lost 500, right? But on the intraday trailing drawdown, your unrealized profit is counted as your max profit. So your drawdown follows you the whole time. So if you have on a 50k you have a $2,000 drawdown, it'll follow you the whole time. So once you pull back 2,000, you blow your account. Okay? So you have to be locking in profits as you gain those profits. You can't just let them run and come back to zero. So, for example, on an intraday account, if you go up 500 and then go back to break even on your account, you technically lost $500 on your trailing drawdown, if that makes sense. Again, just read through their rules. And so it's unfortunate. So you don't get to have that ability to ride the wave because of the trailing drawdown. If you don't want that type of rules, you can go with the end of day drawdown, which it'll stay here. You can go up 1,000, down to break even, up 2,000, down to break even. Your account drawdown remains the same. Okay, so that's end of day. Look at this thing. This thing moved from 840 down to 710. So we should have just shorted. Yes, end of day is the best because you have that ability to ride the fluctuation, and it doesn't, as long as it doesn't go below your initial entry price, anything in between is irrelevant until you lock in that profit. And even then, you lock in, let's say you traded, you lock in 500, and then you lost another 500, so you break to even, you gain 1,000, you lost 500. Any fluctuation in between, as long as you don't go below your initial balance, that doesn't hurt your account. So yes, end of day is the best. Yes, you can do that. You can hold your trades until the following day. So Asia session, which is right now, market was open about what 4 hours ago, 4 hours and 40 minutes ago. So the moment the Asia market opens, right, you can analyze the charts, and then you're like, okay, I think it's gonna go from here to here, and it's probably gonna take all day tomorrow. So then you enter your trade. As long as you don't go below that drawdown, you can ride the whole wave, right? And then close it before the market closed the following day. So you have that ability. Um, Basically, you can hold it for 23 hours, right? Because the futures market is open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. Hopefully that helps. Okay, 700. Should we? Ooh, did it tap 700? Low of 704.25. Not quite, not quite, but I kind of do want it to. Hmm. Should we short it? Should we short it? Let's see. Hmm. Our break and retest is all the way back up to 780, which is 780. What's that? Yeah, so our break and retest would be this guy right here. So we broke this pivot points, right? Just like that. So the idea of the break and retest is we came down, tested, came up, broke it, came all the way here, did a little pump, sold off. The retest is right here. So that's where I'd like to get in short, because then it validates that there's a seller up here, and then we do continue down. That would be the idea. And then you have a lot of confluence of resistance on that break and retest, right? You have your ceiling here, you have resistance right there. So once we pump up to that area, 24,775, we want to sell it, sell back down. So our account is negative $467. Thank you. Oh no, here I already ate, dude. That is the strategy I just explained. Using the trend channels right here, right? So I like to connect two pivot points. You have one pivot point here. You have a lower high, and then you draw your trend channel like this. And then on the lower extension, right, you get to place this wherever the next low pivot point, which is right here. Um, you have a pivot point right there, right? So you can place your channels. You can make it shrink or expand depending on the range you're looking to accomplish, or at least you believe the range is probable, right? So in this case, if you put it here, right there in the 50% of that channel, you have confluence obviously right here, and then now on the extension is you have an extension down here. So we're looking for short. If you can look at this this channel here, right? This channel, the bottom of this channel, this is the low side. So that's going to be the break and retest of this bigger range. So right now it's pumping up, which is good. Whoa, what happened? Um, we want to reshort around the 750 area. That's like the early reshort entry, but the better entry would be 24,775 in my opinion. Or this thing can just rip right back up because NQ is, you know, pretty evil that way. NQ is pretty. It likes to mess with people, right? So I'm also ready for that, right? Because my initial analysis was the break and retest of 900, 24,900 right there. You have all this consolidation. You have shorts trapped right here. All the shorts are trapped, right? So right now they're happy, they're happy, they're happy. The breakout was at the 24,900 breakdown, and then if we get back up above the retest, and possibly, hopefully stop all this highs, swing highs right here because their stops is literally just right up here. So hopefully NQ takes them out and then sell off. That would be like the perfect scenario of NQ manipulation because that's what NQ does. If you've watched NQ for many months, that's what NQ does. And so we're prepared for that. We are prepared. You just can't get you just can't get too stubborn in your analysis or get stuck in a I hope it does the opposite of this what I'm seeing, because at the end of the day, um, you're supposed to trade what you see, right? Does it look like it's going up? Does it look like it's going down? Well, the easy thing to do is trade what you see versus what you think. Now, if what you think and what you see is lining up, you get two thumbs up. Then you should feel good about it. But what you see and what you think is fighting each other. The best thing to do is just get out. Get out. Inderjeet, again, the strategy I just went over. At the beginning of this live stream, I actually broke down my like quick insight analysis of what I see, like from the freshly looking at the chart to okay, like how am I gonna take, what kind of trade am I gonna take, and then I broke down the channels, the levels. So go back at the beginning of the videos later on, or you can watch it again, your free time, and just go back and just watch that, and then be sure to um, subscribe and like the channel so that way when I go live again, you can get alerted. And again, I'll break down the strategy every time I go live because it's simple. It's not complicated. It's also very visual, versus I know some other traders are like, you know, look at the fair value gap and, you know, this bull flag and bear flag. It's like everything that you see in this channel, like I like visual. Like you can see it with your own eyes because my whole motto is trade what you see, not what you think. Okay? So if I'm seeing this, like right now, I'm seeing like this can extend down because we have confluence of this, right? Confluence this, it's hitting that channel, and then it rejected, and obviously we have this bearish downtrend. Right now we're in the retest side. I'd like to get in a short once we retest like 750 area, and then see a rejection there, and then we might be able to write it down. You know, we have so much liquidity down here. Like check this out. Like this is the first liquidity block that just got, you know, absorbed. We have another liquidity block down here, right? That's next to get absorbed. And then we have liquidity block right down here that also needs to get absorbed, right? Like this whole range is it's got so much liquidity. So, and then if you try to match that up with like news and what's going on around the world, like the sentiment is like sounds bad. Like when Trump is talking, you know, he wants to sound good and save the market as much as possible versus throwing a bunch of fear into the market. He's very careful on how he says it. So it's like the market like gets propped up and then it crashes down again, gets propped up. So right now, you know, yesterday or how many days ago, this gap down, I was actually able to literally like my entry was like four like 2465 like somewhere around here. Literally that was my entry and I rode it all the way. I think it was like 500 points. It was like 500 points before selling off. That was nice, but you know, you can't get it all the time. But right now, this pullback, it could literally take all this liquidity again. Okay. Let's see. Um, take an eval, or you can just directly pay for an account. So the question is, you thinking about getting an account? Are they required to take an eval, or you can directly pay for an account? Um, with Apex, it's all evaluation accounts. So the only difference is you have two different accounts. You have end of day drawdown and you have intraday drawdown. The best, I think, in my opinion, is the end of day drawdown. I think it's $10 more. If you use the code DTF, you'll get like 80 to 90% off. I think that's the best account in my opinion. Okay. Energy. So you've been using ICT for a little bit. I'm familiar with the ICT strategies. Honestly, like I mean, it works. I mean, all strategies work, to be honest. Like, if you're really strict with just looking for that strategy present itself in the chart, like if you're really strict and you can actually control yourself of like, okay, this looks like the strategy, and taking the trade, it works, right? Most of the time. And then the other side of that strategy is managing your risk. Like every single strategy works. At the same time, you got to learn how to manage the risk because the time that it doesn't work, that's all on you, right? There's when it comes to like ICT strategies, they give you the whole range to play, but then when it comes to like how much should you risk, what is your account size, what is your pain tolerance, like all that stuff is not explained, right? You have to break all that down yourself based on your account size. So if you guys want me to break down a video of like risk parameters or risk management based on account size, I can go over that. Just let me know. Okay. But my strategy is simple. It's just trend line, break and retest. Break the trend line, break freaking consolidation area, I like to do a retest and then follow and join the trend, right? Because you guys all know the old saying is like the trend is your friend. So difficult. Is Apex good? In my opinion, I've literally traded with Apex, um, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify. I've tried a dozen of other prop firms, and I've stuck with Apex for many years. I mean, I've blown a ton of accounts, and I've also gotten funded with a ton of accounts, and I've gotten payout from Apex a ton of time. On record right now, I have over 80 payouts with Apex. Right now, I don't have any funded accounts, so I'm trading um, 150k eval accounts. As far as getting paid with Apex too, like I've gotten denied, like maybe 3 or 4 times, but I know exactly why I got denied. Like I broke the rules. As simple as that. Like when I requested it, I'm like crossing my finger, like please approve it. I know I broke a rule, and then I get the email saying, your payout request got denied, and then they give you the reason, and then it matches exactly to what I did that day. So it's just being, accountable to your own action, and Apex will pay. Like it's again the amount of accounts that they allow you to have is insane, right? 20 accounts. No other prop firms gives you that many. Like most of them are like 5 or 10, but most of them are 5. I don't think I've seen any other prop firms with like 10 accounts. But yeah, Apex will pay, man. Just follow the rules. How many evals did I take? Right now I have 20. I have 20 evals, 150k evals. I'll tell you what, with like buying evals and blowing them and you know going through cycles, it gets a bit expensive. And if you do this long enough and you get consistent and you get payouts, like it becomes a business expense that you have to manage to go, okay, how much am I willing to reinvest in a business this month? Like, what was it? Last month, I got $22,000 payout from Apex. So I got a little bit of reserves to buy more accounts. Um, so I buy accounts like 50 or not 50, but 20 batches at a time. All right, hang on real quick. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. What was I talking about? How many evals? Yeah, I got 20 evals right now. No funded accounts, unfortunately. I blew them all yesterday. So, very sad day. I was like 3 days into my funded accounts. It was 20 performance accounts from Apex. And unfortunately, they got blown because NQ is just, look at this thing. We didn't even touch 700, which is annoying. Like when it sells off like that, I want it to like take out certain level because then it gives me confidence to ride the bounce. When it doesn't take out like round numbers like that, like then in my opinion and based on what I've seen in the past, like it typically comes back and takes out that round number pretty aggressively. So let's see. Oh man, this thing with Asia session is like very slow, right? If you trade New York session, like you have to be able to stomach a 50 point wicks with like those 1 minute candles literally will wick you like 50 points. And if you have a 50k account with a $2,000 drawdown, like it goes pretty quickly, especially when you panic sell on a wick, right? It goes against you 40 points. You get stopped out and it wicks back to break even or rips another 50 points. And then you're like just fuming because you missed the whole ride, right? Um, yeah, NQ is brutal. Okay, what is NQ gonna do here? Yeah, it's really resisting at this zone here, right? This two wicks, the swing lows are really resisting. I want it to quickly pump to like 45 or 50 and then sell off. Like that would be the perfect scenario. If I see this thing pump and then immediately gets pushed down, then that gives me confidence that there's, really seller following through with this downward move. So are there not other type of instruments you can trade? Um, you can trade with many other instruments, right? Let me see here. I'll do a drop down here. If you can see that on the left hand side, so we have NQ, MNQ, which is like micros. Then you go down to futures. So you have all this. You have all this to choose from. I only trade NQ just because I've watched and traded NQ for like so long, for like a couple years now, and there's enough range to really like capture the moves, and that you don't have to bother with like watching like gold or metal, silver or crude oil. Like you can trade all those, but it's just now you're going to be, in my opinion, you're going to be scatterbrained on like how does this behave, how does this instrument behave. Like if you just stick with one NQ, it's like you memorize its behavior like the back of your hand, right? So then when it presents a pattern, the probability of it playing out according to your data is pretty high because you've watched it over and over and over again, based on its behavior. So then your confidence increases because you know its behavior. It's like the back of your hand. If you track many different instruments, then you're scatterbrained to like, oh, NQ is doing this and ES is doing this, and like which one do I follow? Or I think NQ is gonna take out this high first, and then you're trading ES or oil. It's, in my opinion, you get um, contradicting information. That's just me, but that's my take. I don't like to get contradicting information when I look at another instrument and it's doing a different behavior, and sometimes it may help you. So it all depends. But I just want to tunnel vision on one, memorize it, watch its behavior, and this is why I'm able to explain to you like how I want NQ to look like, and then when it behaves a certain way and it's according to my past analysis and it lines up, and then I take the trade, boom, you know it'll pay out. Okay, so there it is, 40. Now let's see. This is getting really messy again. When I do like chart analysis with you guys, I just start drawing some lines and you can't see what my strategy anymore. So let's redraw it, keep it clean. Here's what I do. Kind of gives you guys a refreshment as well. Boom. The retest is right here, right? And then if we draw the downside, 2 pivot points. There we go. And then you can do this. It's getting really tight. That's a really tight. Let's see. This pivot right here. So pivot point here. Kind of give you guys a perspective on what I see. I want those two lines touching, and then the swing low is here. And then when you look at the middle, right, it's matching here, matching, right? There's confluence. So that's all I'm looking for. It's just confluence of behavior. I just want it to see behave a certain way. So right now, here, like, we can take a short on this one. Let's see here. We'll do a scalping. We'll do a 25. Actually, 10 points. Let's scalp a 10 point right here. We can take this trade. We have a trend line resistance here. We have a resistance right here, right? So there's double confluence that I'm looking to see, right? You have the trend line resistance and you have the swing low resistance, the pivots. There we go. We got picked up. If this thing pumps really hard, we have 20 points stop loss and then a 10-point take profit, which is, some people will tell you you're supposed to have like, 1 to 3 R or whatever. It's like, if you're scalping and you're looking to just lock in, 10 points, which is $200 with one contract, and then just rinse and repeat that until you get to your ideal profit goal. And NQ can provide that, like, especially on New York session, NQ will give you 10, 20, 50 points in one wick. So let's see here. What's going on? What's going on? Unrealized. There we go. Ooh, we don't want it to get back above, because it gets back above 750, then likely we're gonna go for long again, which sucks because it stops us out earlier. We literally were at 750, and then it sold down to 704, almost stopping us out on a max drawdown. Okay, that's not the behavior I was looking for. Okay. We're back to scalping mode here. All right, NQ. See, look at that. I think I'm pretty sure I've talked about that earlier, where the behavior does this, takes out the key area, and then rips back up. And that's what it's doing. Okay, let's get out. When NQ behaves like this, it gets annoying because it takes out your OMG NQ. Look at that. NQ so nasty. So nasty. Literally just ripping through. Okay, take me out. This is the next resistance right here. Literally right here. Hopefully it pulls back real quick, gets us out a smaller loss. Hmm. Now NQ doesn't care about resistance anymore. Come on, pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Come on. Now we might join the long. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Back up above 750, which is the initial area we wanted to be long. So we're literally back 751. Now we're negative 700. Don't tell me this thing is gonna sell back down and take us out on the low side. That would be annoying, but oh, NQ, NQ, NQ. Hmm. All right, I'll be right back. Let me straighten up these kids. I don't know if you can hear them. What in the world happened? NQ. Oh, NQ. We flipped long and then, oh my God. I tell you, NQ's brutal. Wow. 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 Now what? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? I think it's going to go down. Maybe. Let's go down. Let's go down. That is so crazy, NQ. Watch it rip back up. 20 points. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we gotta target 700. Like it's gotta get to 700, right? It's gotta get to 700. If this thing risks back up 20 points, I'm gonna be so mad. That was ugly, dude. I tell you. I tell you what. NQ's dirty. Did not even do the break and retest. Did not even get to the resistance up here. He just decided to completely reverse 20 points, take out my trade, and now we're down 1,000. Oh, oh, we're about to go red again. Oh my goodness. Going from doing great to doing terrible. Oh, she's gonna pump. Look at that. Like I'm not even going aggressive with the contracts. Did not even touch 700. This thing rips back up 20 points. Like I think that might be it. I think we might be done. Oh my goodness. Are you guys even trading? Who's trading this? How many accounts do you have? Hmm. Wow. Oh, we might. Okay. We might get some profits here. Thinking about adding more. Hmm. Will it be this pivot point? Let's see. That was so nasty. We got taken out. It's like I spoke it to existence. Okay. We get back above 35. Get back above 35. It's probably going to rip again. Hmm. The chop. The chop is real. Why do I need to get chopped up here? Maybe we'll just definitely stick to the downside. I mean, if we look at that trend line, we did break and retest here, exactly at 60 or 50. What was the high? 58.50. So, okay. We did this trend line. We broke retest, which is the strategy, which I should have not been zoomed in that far because we couldn't see that trend line. That was my mistake, right? So that was the trend line, and then the break and retest. So now we need to see where the next extension is, right here. So we could potentially target 550. 550. Oh, so gross. NQ. The flip-flop situation. Like now it's like it doesn't want to come down after we got stopped out long. Actually, we went short. We got stopped out. And we went long. We got stopped out. Let's see. How much drawdown do we have? We have on a one contract, we still have 50-point drawdown available before we get max daily max loss limit is hit. So this will have to pump from 3 or 24/7/33 to 83. So all the way here. I'll draw a line to 83 here, which is what it's trying to do now. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Gosh dang. Oh my god. It's that time. This is where when it starts doing that, I can't even catch a 10-point move. And it just every time you enter it does the opposite. That's when I just like get out. Oh wow wow wow. And Q. Okay. Well, what are we gonna do here? What are we going to do? Mm. What was that? It respected that trend line. And then we broke. It's chopping right there. We ignored this. Okay. We'll have to wait for another volatility because right now it doesn't really care. You have a quick little manipulation down past the trend line, right? We broke the retest and now it's just hanging out right there. So it could respect this line, right? This line right here. It could respect that. So so this is the trend line, right? You got here. Now it's doing this. Now if it respects this and starts doing this, then we have a chance to really retest that 900, which is literally like that's what I'm looking for. I really want that for the short continuation because if we reject that 900, like tomorrow's price action is going to be beautiful to the downside. Like you have all this to take out. Then you have all these guys up here they're gonna get really comfortable in adding more position to short once it starts breaking levels. That's what I want to see. Look at that. It's starting to pump still. Like I wanna go long. But every time it stops me out, it's just annoying. Okay. Just annoying. I'm not even going crazy contracts. Like I wanna add some size. If we get some volatility, we might have to wait until like 9, which is about 36 minutes. Let's see if there's some price action. And then if there's nothing at 9, then likely it's going to be at midnight, which is, I believe, London session opens. Like, I want to go long. I want to take this thing long. Because above 750, I really feel like we can rip. Mm-hmm. 750. We're gonna put this line at 750 because I feel like 750 is the determining price. We get back above that, starts holding. Like literally, the break and retest is somewhere up here. Right? You got this break, retest, and then short. Like that's the idea. And how many points is that? From let's see, 35 up to about 800. So we got a good 65 points. Like that's plenty. That is plenty. You have a little mini trend line here. Should we join? Join the bull? Let's see. If it breaks below, we'll just get out. This is tight scalp here. We're just going to test this thing out. Quick little tight scalp. Or is it going to wick down to 700? Oh, I think it will. All right, let's get out. Let's join. Let's join the downside. We're just scalping now. We're just scalping. Come on, NQ. Don't you pump back up. Don't you pump back up, NQ. You dirty. Oh, this is going to get really annoying here. If she doesn't sell off and this thing pumps back up, we're just going to have to call it. Just call it a day. I'm playing the breakdown here. That's what I'm looking for. We're going to scalp our way back to green. We're down, we're down $1,300 on all 20 accounts. Because NQ wants to chop here. Okay, can NQ give us that move? Got 2 contracts. Okay. We got a minute 35 seconds for this 5-minute candle to close. I think we can close below that trend line. We should have some continuation. Nope. It is very, very slow now. And it seems like every time it dips down, it gets bought up like immediately. Yep. Look at that. Okay. 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 Okay, NQ. I guess you don't want me to trade right now. This thing pops back up. It's just annoying because they didn't take out 700. See, if it would have taken out 700, like I would be more inclined to like buying this dip. But since it didn't take out 24,700, just round numbers. Simple, simple, simple. So that's what I'm looking for now. Let's take out 24,700. Then it can do whatever the heck he wants. Since we're in scalping mode, we're gonna tighten up our channels. Okay, so tight channels. It's gonna look like this and this. Okay, so right now we don't want to get above back 24,735. Back up above that, it can target the next channel up. But right now we're just playing this channel down. Let's see if we can get it. Our entry price is 24,723, 724, down to 700. We got 25 points. That's pretty decent. 25 points, that's $1,000. That'll bring us back to close to break even. That'll be a good day. That'll be a good day. NQ just needs to do it. Come on, NQ. Melt away. Give me those big, big moves. Give me those big moves. We're not looking for much. We're looking for just a tiny move. 25 points is nothing on NQ. Nothing. Come on. Oh, are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? I think we are. I think we're going to get it. Come on. Come on, NQ. Like, I'm literally putting it at 701. 701. All right. Let's go. We're getting a little bit. I might just take half of it off here because we're in a conservative scalping mode to try to climb our way out of this hole. Okay? Come on. Come on, NQ. Just drop it. No need to bounce. Just drop it. Drop it fast. Come on. Come on. Hmm. Don't do that. Don't do that little bounce. Hmm. Let's see if we can dig ourselves out of this $1,000 in a hole by scalping, because NQ doesn't want to give us a full range, or NQ wanted to short us what 60 points. Wanted to short us 60 points from our target and completely reverse on us. Wanted to be a dirty whore. NQ, talking to you. Come on. Hi, yi, yi. Take out 700. What was our next level down? Our next level down. This guy was that. And then this guy here. Oh, we don't have much. So our next level down is 95. 24,695 before we get some kind of reaction. 24,695. That aligns with this guy here. Aligns with this trend. Oh yeah. Look at that. Swing low, trend line matches. We're gonna get some kind of reaction at the 695 area. So we definitely, oh, look at that. NQ's trying to pump. Dirty. Come on. Literally, come on. 700. And now we break the even. Oh my god. Ah. NQ's playing dirty. NQ's playing dirty. Gave us 10 points, 13 points, and then bounced back up. Oh, I'm asking is 25 points, NQ. Come on. Come on, dude. Literally. Now sell off. There you go. Try to scare me there for a little bit. NQ just wanted to give us that quick little heart check. Make sure you're alive. Heart check. Yeah, I'm gonna take one off now. Yep, we take one off. And then we're gonna move this guy down to 95. Because I think that's where it's gonna whip right down. Okay, we scalp our way. Only if you knew, right? Like get out at 710 and then reshort it. Come on, NQ. Take out 95. There she goes. There she goes. Quick little whip. Quick little whip. Okay, we're getting paid. We're getting paid at least. We're gonna get our 25 points. And then come on. 95. Okay, touch 700. Where'd it go? Low 699.25. Okay. We took out 700. I'm scared now. This thing whips right back up. I would just want to take it here. It's like not worth the freaking dollar it needs to move down. Come on. There she goes. There she goes. 95. Touch 95. Oh my god. It literally wick. Look at this. We're at 95.50 and this thing went to 95.50. Exactly. And he didn't take us out. Like, see how that's annoying. All right. We locked in some profits. Gosh dang. Oh. Okay, we did some recovery. We did some recovery, okay? We did some recovery. Hmm. Recovery. Look at that. There it is. She's trying to bounce. Okay, we're still alive. We're still alive. We're down 686 on our accounts. I wonder if it's gonna. What is he gonna do here? What is he gonna do? All right. I'll be right back. Look at that. It's bouncing. It did touch. Oh, not even 95. 15 points bounce. We should have taken that. We should have taken that trade. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We're above that. I think we can go long. Let's go long. We're scalping now. Okay, we're looking for a 10 point up. Let's go with 25. Let's go a little higher. Let's go a little higher. Let's scalp. Since we couldn't get a full range move earlier, we literally was in profit for like $5,400. And now we got to go into survival mode of just scalping 10, 15, maybe 20 points to try to get back on the green. So as you can see, we're down about $500 still. We can get back to green. We got this. We got this. We got this. We know what NQ behavior looks like for a good. Ooh, look at that. Come on, NQ. Come on, one more pump. You can do it. One more pump. Come on. Come on. Give us that. Give us that. Come on. Give us 25. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. One more pump. One more pump. We're going to scalp our way back to green. Okay? We're going to scalp our way back to green. For most of you, probably have like a 50K account, which only has a $2,000 drawdown. And if you have the end of day accounts, you'll have $1,000 daily max loss limit. So scalping will be the best strategy for you. Exactly this. Typically, what I like to do is I like to give myself a 10 point take profit and a 20 point stop loss. I can always stop out sooner if the behavior I don't like, but the 20 point is just gives it room to really fluctuate and breathe if it has some volatility. And oh, look at that, it's already selling back. Gosh dang it! I should have taken that profit. It gave us like 10 points, which we should have taken. Because 10 points is very important to us right now, especially being red. Okay. Well, so slow. So slow. We just gotta chill, let it breathe, let it do its thing. Can we get a pump to 725? Maybe, maybe. Oh, we're going back to green briefly. Oh yeah, come on, baby. Come on, give us that quick little pump. Quick little pump. Don't make me scalp 5 points, NQ. 5 points will be like pathetic, knowing that NQ can move at this hours 25 points. I mean, you can see from here, 760 down to 695. What is that? 65 points? Come on. You can do it. There we go. Let me have it. Let me have it. Let me have it. Come on. Pump one more. Pump one more. We're going to get out of this red P&L today. Come on, NQ. One more pump. One more pump. Gosh, when it pauses like this, it like makes me just want to take my profit, lock it in, and then rebuy the dip. Ooh, ooh, come on, touch it, touch it, come on, come on. All right, I'm out. Fuck that. Like I feel like the next thing it's gonna do is you like barely touches you, and then just wicks back down 15 points. So we're gonna rebuy 700 again. Look at that. Oh, 23. Our exit was at 25, which is only like $2 away. Okay, see, it's pulling back again. Play with your emotion. Playing with our emotions. So now I want to see it like dip down to 700 and then rips back up. Freaking 25 points. Oh, there's 25. Okay. It would have gotten us out. Just had to pause for like freaking a minute, which is a long time when your take profit is like one tick away. It's annoying. You know, again, it's almost like somebody's watching you react. For this account, I have the 150k account. You'll need 9,000 profit to pass. So we got a long way to go. Earlier, we were at 5,400 profit, but we didn't take it, and instead we gave it all back. And now we're feeling the pain. Here, let me see if I can show you guys this. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Um, okay, right. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. So right here, as you can see, is the 20 accounts all the way across. Let me see if I can move my head. Ooh, look at that. She's trying to pump now. So as you can see, I was up about $5,400 across 20 accounts, and we didn't take profits, and it pulled back. So let me show you the level where it was at. It was this trade. We were in at 750 right here. Right, we were in right here. Then we rode all the way up to here before that big sell-off right there. And then we stopped out right here. And then we try to go short on this breakdown. On this breakdown right here. Once we broke this, we went short. We got a little bit of profit and it ripped back up and stopped us out. And then we went long and then it sold off and stopped us out again. So two stop out at 20 points each. That bought us at 800 and then a couple more um, losses after that. Overall, I think it was down like 1,300. I want to say, like I went negative $1,300 on all accounts, and now we're just instead of aiming for like a big move, because I was trying to pass it in one trade, which is that's what the title of this video was, and we were $5,400, and we needed another 36, yeah, 3,600, and my take profit was at 900. We had three contracts. And then NQ decided to play dirty and reverse completely. And that's where we're at now. Now we're only negative $430 across 20 accounts. And we're hoping to scalp our way out of that negative. The trailing drawdown is end of day drawdown. So which is a good thing because if we would have went up, if it was a intraday trailing, if we went up 5,400 and go all the way back down to zero, which the 150k account only has $4,000 drawdown, we would have freaking blown the accounts, and then we would have to buy more accounts. But that's the reason I bought the end of day, so that way I can go into deep profits and then go back to break even and not hurt the account. Because at the end of the day, it's not trailing. The drawdown is not following your unrealized. It's just stays at your entry price, and anything against that entry price, it's your, that's when you're tapping into your drawdown, if that makes sense. Yes, definitely. And I've realized that now. Like, I'm glad that Apex made it available to have end of day drawdown accounts, because the whole time for forever. I mean, I've been trading with them for like the past 3 years. Actually, let's see, 20. When was that? 2023. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, 3 years. Well, 2022 is when I started with them. So, you know, like they had trailing drawdown the whole time, and that's why everybody like didn't really like trading Apex accounts, because of the trailing drawdown. It makes it really hard if you're aiming for like a big range move, right? All the trailing drawdown accounts are designed for like scalping. Like you want to make a quick 10 points, 20 points, and lock it in, and reevaluate your entry, and then just keep repeating that, right? With the end of day uh, drawdown, that gives you an that allows you to really like swing for the day. Like, establish your entry points, get in as long as you don't go into drawdown, and let it ride, right? Those are actually really good, and I'm gonna start doing that, because I got so used to just scalping, and that's why I'm okay with, like, right now we're negative $400. We were down 1,300. I've literally scalped my way out of that again, because I am so good at scalping that I don't mind like going into drawdown and then just focusing on 10, 15, 20 point scalps, and just rinse and repeat, right? And again, that's going back to what I was talking about earlier. I've watched NQ for so long that I'm familiar with its behavior now. I don't mind catching a falling knife, because I know how to manage that risk if it doesn't work out, right? And plus, I have an automatic like 20-point max um, drawdown to get automatically stopped out. So I don't mind. What country is that? Why is it banned there? Yeah, I know not all prop firms are available in all the countries, and I know they're all working to like expand and get their regulations accepted. But I thought Apex is pretty well established in a lot of different countries. So I'm in the U.S., so everything's available here. Okay, but NQ's trying to pump here. We could have bought that. We could have bought that dip. I mean, that dip was only down to 712. It's getting really tight. So if we're gonna be scalping like this tight range, what I like to do is zoom into the 1 minute. 1 minute. There we go. We zoom into the 1 minute. Let's get rid of all these drawings again and reestablish the the tighter range would be here. There we go. And then we can scalp that that range. Like literally, look at this. We're bullish right now, and this could really pop actually. Kind of like this. Here, I'll see if we can get a dip by to 720 right here. 720. We got a little support line right here, right? We got this support line right here. So every time it touched that area, it got rejected, and when we got above, it just really pushed high. Kenya, no taxes and regulation on trading. Oh, okay. Trading funded next futures. Okay. How are you liking them so far? Because I don't think I've traded with them yet. I've traded with Apex, um, Take Profit, Tradeify, Bullnox, um, Trade Day, I think. Trade Day. I haven't traded with Lucid yet, but you know, again, it's just like my ultimate goal is to like really be consistent with one prop firm, which is Apex, because they got the leverage you have with Apex is just insane, right? If you're able to trade 20 accounts and you get consistent with 20 accounts, like your your payout is going to stack up real quick, and it gives you a lot of bullets to buy more evaluation accounts with other prop firms. So that's the goal. It's like get consistent with Apex, get payouts, and then buy multiple evaluation accounts with other prop firms. And then there's like dozens of them, right? So your leverage plan is it's going to be insane when you get consistent. So just pick one prop firm, get familiarized with the rules and how to really get consistent. Once you do that, just rinse and repeat that across, all the prop firms out there, right? And it's insane that this opportunity is available. uh, okay, so you moved from forex to futures. Yeah, I moved from trading options to futures. I used to trade penny stocks as well. Oh, nice. Okay, you visited an office in Dubai. That's awesome, man. That's good. Well, see, that's a good thing that you have that personal experience on the prop firms, like how good they are and how they operate and whatnot. So good for you, man. That's awesome. I've never been to Dubai. Someday, someday. I kind of want to join this. We should have bought that dip because the support was actually right here. That was the support line. Okay, we're gonna wait for a dip here. That was actually a good support line right there. We should have bought that. Okay, we're only down 430 bucks, so it's gonna be pretty simple once we actually catch a trend here. So we're gonna extend this range just because we're starting to get some volatility movements. So this is what I do, right? So I have my initial down the bottom trend line, and then I'll start expanding it depending on the volatility. If it's just like chopping tightly, then I can just like leave it like that, right? So then I can kind of predict, okay, I want to get in here. I only have this much range before possibly we get some kind of reaction to sell back down. Okay. But when you start getting some volatility, when you trade like London session or New York session, like you're gonna get bigger range, and this is how I expand it. Like I just put it on the next swing high points, as you can see, all these pivot points. So I just do that. So let's say if I'm you know optimistic for a bigger range, I'm gonna expand it that big, and ideally this will be my dip line right here, 725. Quick little dip and rip would be ideal, and then this your next resistance up here at 742 area. So the next pivot area. So I'm gonna draw this. So resistance right here, my next resistance right here. We're on a 1 minute time frame now, so we're gonna get some faster movements compared to looking at the 5 minute time frame. 5 minute time frame is like falling asleep. It's very slow. But when you zoom in, you'll get that. You can zoom in. That's a good thing about um, Ninja Trader as well. Is like you can literally look at. Oh my God, 1 second. Let's look at the 1 second. Let's see what that looks like. That's gonna be insane. Oh my God, what the hell am I looking at? Oh, there you go. If you want some adrenaline, you go to 1 second. 1 second candle. Look at that. Bam, bam. It feels like New York session. Distracting? No, no. I'm not really like I'm just messing around now. So you're not distracting. This is more of a interesting interaction. Just playing around, really. 1 second. Wow. Okay, it's ripping. Would I have caught that range? Yeah, because I was already looking for a bullish move. We go back to the 1 minute. I was looking for an entry if I really wanted to chase, right? So we go tighter. So the initial range was right there, and this range. So again, so the top of the range overall is like right here. So we still got another 10 points to the upside before I expect like an actual pullback, right? Because each one of these pivot points is like the range of this channel. That's one range, second range is right here, and then third range. Okay. And then once you overexpand that range, then you want to switch it into a bigger time frame to like 5 minute. 5 minute, then you can see where the next range is. So there's the next range right here, right? So the 5 minute range is right there. Ultimately, you got till what is that? 785, possibly 800, right? Because the stock, the price action is going to move to the right, so it's somewhere around 24,800. So now we don't want to miss that dip. We're going to go back to the 1 minute and compress this range. Okay, so right here, this is the next area to like dip by. So 732 area. Ideally, my perfect scenario would be like right here. Like 25 would be nice. Well, it's trying to pump. Just sucks we're missing that move. I guess we should have just held on, right? Well, we got in like 710 area, and then we sold at like 23. And now we have another 20 points up. Cash, we'd be green. We'd be green. Okay. So last resistance was actually right here. Um, what 40? Yeah, so 50. 50 is the ultimate resistance. Let's see if it's going to reject there again. If we get above 50 and consolidate here, I'm going to be looking for that move up again. Because again, my overall thesis is the 900 retest. Right? You get the 900. Where's 900? Right here. Right? 900. You have this consolidation here. You have this consolidation here. We had a breakdown and then breakout. This is the quick little breakout, and now it's trying to build a structure here to possibly retest that 900. And if we get a rejection off that 900, we'll continue down lower, possibly to London session or New York session tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The 1 minute. So it's moving. It's moving up. It's trying to move up. Again, if this thing really tightly consolidates here, oh, never mind. Getting a rejection here. We might take this downside. We have a heavy rejection of the 50. Let's see if we can catch a 10-point down. Oh, gosh, it's moving without us. Dang it. I really wanted to catch that. Okay, so what was it? 25 is the downside. I want to catch. Come on. Don't leave. Oh my God. Straight down. So fast. We anticipated a rejection, but it's moving fast. Okay. Now we just want to join in here. Okay, we're gonna join. This is kind of a chase. We're chasing. We're chasing. Come on. I really want it to pump back up to like 40. Pump back up to 40. Come on. Hmm. Yep, I would have caught that range. Definitely, definitely. There we go. All right. We're on a 5 minute. Um, will we supporting that area right there? Can we catch a quick little pump and dump? See, I hate that when it doesn't like it sells off. The behavior I'm looking for, it sells off quick, pumps up, get a rejection, and then we continue down. But when it sells off and pauses, like I hate that because then this next pump could be a continuation. Like it needs to be fluid. It needs to go down, get bought up because you have all the dip buyers, and then sell back down because you have sellers continuation to like bring it down. That's the idea. But when it pauses and consolidates, then you don't have that follow through immediately, right? Then you have buyers that are actually holding it up that causes it to rip. You don't want to get caught in that. So again, this is all playing out in your head. You got to play out all the scenarios on what it could do, so that way when you see it behave such ways, you're already prepared. You're already like, okay, I'm gonna get out or I'm gonna stay, and I'm prepared. If this thing rips back up, let's see, I might get rid of that second contract. We close we close below this channel, 28, 728. If we can close below that, then I'm more comfortable on the downside. Right now, I think that was just a quick little liquidity grab for continuation up, which is that's what it's trying to do. We might just flippy floppy here. Okay. Yep. 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 We're gonna go back the other way. Sometimes I should just go with my instinct that that was just a liquidity grab. What did we give on that one? We gave out 5 points. Yeah, we gave NQ 5 points. Don't tell me you're gonna sell down now. I'm playing so tightly on this because we're just trying to scalp our way out of this red hole. Red hole we created. Yeah, we're down like what is that right now? $600. Gosh dang it. Come on. Continue up because you didn't touch 50. If we take out 50 and continue to push up higher, that would be nice. We might just let that ride because I really want to add. Let's see, we want to be 900. I really want to add or go full size again, which is 3 contracts how I want above 750. If we can consolidate above 750, if we can consolidate up here in that box, stay strong, then we can push up. Oh, goodness, goodness. I'm getting chopped. Getting chopped 5 points at a time. Mm, 5 points. We're down $600. We want to be conservative until we get back above 150k. Once we get above 150k, then we have a little bit of buffer to go full contract. Hmm. Dirty move. Dirty move. Okay. Okay. Hmm. What is NQ gonna do here? I'm looking for 750 and above. I think I want to add once we get above 740. Once we can get above 740, close above that. Can you do it, NQ? Can you do it? Come on. Guys, if you're new to the channel, in the beginning of the video, I broke down my strategy, explaining exactly how I would trade a range, like an actual big range, because I was trying to pass this 150k accounts with one trade, but we got stopped out, and now we're negative 600 in the account, and we're trying to scalp our way out of this drawdown. I am bullish above 24,750, and that's the move I really want to catch to 24,900. That is the range I am hopeful, because that's what NQ does. Okay, get rid of these lines here. It's getting pretty messy. Ideally, I don't want to go below 725. NQ 2470, 725 is the price I don't want to go under. Let's go back to the 5 minute. This 1 minute is getting annoying. Okay. Yeah, I would understand if it was resisting at like 24,770, because we have a resistance up here, right? We have this, guys, but we're not even there yet. And now it's trying to turn. Oh, goodness. That's annoying. We're literally just looking for 10 points to scalp, and we're getting 10 points against us. And if I get out, it's going to rip. It's going to rip up like 20, 30 points if I get out. Oh, goodness. What am I going to do here? I'm not liking that. There's the rip. Okay, we're going to get out. Okay. Now, the idea is it's going to resist in this trend line and then sell back down. Oh my god. I literally said if I get out, it's going to rip. OMG, now I have to chase it. That is so terrible, NQ. That was so terrible. Literally ripping as I got out. Wow. Right at 920. Okay. Are we gonna rip? I think we can rip now. Jeez, that was so terrible. I swear somebody's watching me. I swear somebody's watching me. He's just messing with me. It's like, oh, he got out. Let's rip it up now. Because that was 20 points, literal 20 points. And now I'm bullish above this guy. As long as we stay above 40, we're okay. So I want to dip back down to 40, add another one there, and then hopefully we rip back up and not fuck us over again. That was so crazy. So crazy. Jeez, and now it pauses, right? We get in to chase it, and Q's like, oh, never mind, he's back in. Never mind. Let's sell it back down. Sell it back down. He's joining. Because like if I didn't join, if I didn't chase it, it would have just kept ripping without me. Right? I'm already bullish, like above 750. So this behavior, it gives me that sense of validation that it's gonna rip. It's gonna rip. Like the sell off at the open here. Now it's consolidating and then it's gonna try to pump and liquidate all these guys. Oh man. I almost just want to walk away and just set and forget. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Set and forget, guys. I'm gonna sit out for a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna let this thing play out. I think let's see. What did I say? 40? Okay, 40. All right. So hang tight. Enjoy the P&L show if we go green. But we're down about $800. So we're gonna try to recover from that. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Well, this live stream has been going for about 3 hours. If you're just joining in, I think I'm getting ready to log out and probably trade London session. Um, if you're wondering about the strategy, let's go back to the beginning of the video. I broke down exactly how to draw these trend lines and how to analyze key levels to enter a trade. So anyway, be sure to like and subscribe. If you need some Apex accounts, discount code is in the description. And I will catch you guys next time. See you guys later.